v.h.s.x? What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're reacting and having a discussion about a video from JCGlitchmaster titled New Patch, New Cheat, and New Skull Merchant Bug, Dead by Daylight. Now, this is going to be all new to me. I have not been playing the game, thankfully, so I don't know what is going on with the game. Let's go ahead and dive in and see what we're in for.
You're watching the fucking news.
There is a new cheat that makes all survivors instantly complete generators. This originally was just going to be a video on the new patch and the Skull Merchant bug, but I need to get this info out there somehow.
Oh great, so not only are gens completing without a glitch, are completing in 36 seconds or less, now they're being completed even faster with a new glitch. The game just keeps on getting better and better and better and better. Good to know.
The original video will be after this one. Essentially, cheaters are able to use the perk 1, 2, 3, 4 from V to make the entire survivor team instantly complete generators even if no one else is cheating. I'm assuming they mess with the stats of the perk. This causes it to have a map-wide effect applying to all survivors. Then when you would get a skill check on a generator, it automatically completes about 4 to 5 skill checks within about a second and instantly finishes the generator. I wasn't streaming at the time, so I haven't got footage of it affecting me, but if you look at the UI, it's clear when it's happening after I start recording because it jumps up in stages. So here the Dwight is the one who is cheating.
So here we are yet again, and you know what's really funny is that we still have people that genuinely believe that the game is not favored to a side, i.e. the one that we're talking about today. Oh, it's so killer sided. Oh my god, they're nerfing survivors all the time. Oh my god. And it's like, okay, so what's this? You know? What is the explanation here now? Right? There's not only did we get base kit 36-second gens, which I can put that at the end of the video where I discuss that as well. Even around before that, Streetwise was bugged as well, so you had infinite items. So you can just keep completing gens at insane speeds before that was patched. And now once again, with the same problematic perk that we've seen before, 1, 2, 3, 4, once again is now causing more issues for the game and the killer side, as we expect. I mean, this is just kind of part of the course. We kind of knew this was going to happen. What did we expect?
However, as you can see, Cheryl has managed to get about 1/3 of her generator completed because she hasn't gotten a skill check yet. Then, the moment she gets a skill check, the generator jumps in progress a couple of times rather than just instantly completing it because she's under the effects of the cheated version of 1, 2, 3, 4.
So there it is. I mean, now we have yet another example of the game being completely broken, right? Another example of survivors gaining yet another hand-holding boost from a perk that should have never been added to the game in the first place. And mind you, I've already discussed this even before, which already I thought that Ghost Notes was completely ridiculous. I don't think that it should have ever been added into the game, especially with the current state that it already is in, with gen speed being crazy, healing speeds being 4 seconds and less. Like gen speeds through the roof, healing speed is efficient, like everything is efficient now. And then we also added on the Vigil buff, which already made it 66% on a single survivor's recovery from exhaustion. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure it also recovers everyone else's exhaustion at the same rate. And then on top of that, you throw on Ghost Notes for an additional 10% to set to that, so that's 76% exhaustion recovery to a meta that already is overfilled with Sprint Burst, Lithe, and basically that's like the and Dramaturgy being the full meta, basically. So I mean, like it's right on the wall. Like I don't understand like how is there any way to refute this now? Like we already have additional evidence to prove this. Like I don't understand what else is there to say. Gens are being completed in even less than 36 seconds now, give or take, with only one perk now. Like that's ridiculous.
So, if you're a killer and you notice someone has instantly finished a generator, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a cheater. Make sure someone isn't running 1, 2, 3, 4 on the survivor team, and if you're a survivor, if you have the effects of 1, 2, 3, 4 as indicated by this blue icon, and yet you weren't near anybody who used the perk, you're going to finish generators instantly because someone is cheating. Anyway, back to the original video.
I mean, yeah, you heard it here, you know, but once again, I mean, like, what is there to say? What is there to say at this point? I mean, like, there's not really, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's exactly what we've been saying for months. You know, we've been saying it for months. We've been calling it out for months. And apparently, you know, despite the fact that there's literally evidence of 36-second gens and a bugged perk that already shouldn't have been in the game, which, mind you, this perk 1, 2, 3, 4 has been the main perk that's been causing the issues for a long time. Hyperfocus and Stakeout was already a pretty strong combo, but when you add in a perk like 1, 2, 3, 4, which already added to the world records being like 2 minutes and 30-second matches, 1 minute and 30-second matches, stuff like that, which I've covered previously. The same perk was consistent both times. So what is going on here? Like, what is there to say? Like, the fact that people can still defend this is crazy.
G'day gamers. This patch kinda sucks.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Survivor's got buffed a lot, but not in a way that you actually feel while playing Survivor, so it feels like you're playing the same game. Meanwhile, Killer is more stressful than ever, because you can actually feel the Survivor buffs on Killer. They've reverted every perk change, so there's absolutely nothing interesting to try out on the perk side. There's some
Yep, that's also another aspect to it that I thought was a bit lackluster. It was the mere fact that the Survivor buffs went through, even though they already had been buffed previously. And then on top of that, of course, don't forget that there are no like things to even use on Killer, so it's still the same stale you know, rerun experience we've been having for a long time. Nothing new to try out, nothing new to experiment with, nothing interesting to play. Pretty much to be expected.
people are going to say, but JC, you complained about the perks in the PTB, and I did. However, every other patch, other low-performing perks not to do with tunneling and slugging got buffed, so at least some things made it through.
That's exactly what I agree with JCGlitchmaster on that. I 100% agree. And I'm still very annoyed at the idea that batteries got re-nerfed. Like, I don't understand, like, why it went from, like, just 5%, then it got buffed up to a good 7, then reverted or nerfed back down to 5 again. I was like, then what was the purpose of even giving it 7%? This makes no sense. But oh, it has a little bit bigger range. I'm like, okay, congratulations. Like, didn't even have to, like, what? Like, you're just wasting time. Like, I don't understand it.
They didn't do that this time round, so we've just got nothing on either side to mess around with. This means the only real changes are the puke green filter over Auto Haven.
This is not okay.
The Myers changes that give him unrestricted camera movement during Slice and Dice. Sorry, I mean Ambush. Sorry, I mean Demon Dash. Sorry, I mean Slaughtering Strike.
That's kinda not fair, don't you think?
And the Skull.
That's pretty hilarious. But yeah, I'm glad that they at least gave Myers that. I mean, we have not seen any substantial, like, sort of killer buffs at all besides Myers, so it's nice to see, you know? It's nice to see that he at least has that, because he felt like shit to play when he dropped regardless. Now, they wanted to buff up Skull Merchant, but I don't even think this is going to matter much. She's still a low-tier killer. She still does not have anything. And, yeah, these changes seem pretty lackluster in my opinion. They're very small changes. Like, I don't think anyone's going to notice them.
Skull Merchant changes. So, if you're like me and you want to try out the Skull Merchant changes, because there's nothing else new, just be aware that there is a bug on one of our only fun add-ons. Adaptive Lighting increases your undetectable by 20%. So base kit now, you get 6 seconds of undetectable when you deploy a drone, as you can see from the background footage. So with this add-on, at a 20% increase, it's supposed to be around 7.2 seconds.
Oh no!
So there we have it once again. We only get like 1 step forward and like 3 steps back when it comes to any killer changes. We got a nice little like additional like patch, which is like, hey, we fixed up Myers' camera. You can use it a lot more smoothly. It's gonna feel a lot better on controllers, most likely. It's gonna feel a lot better on mouse and keyboard. It's gonna probably be very nice. And then we're gonna also buff Skull Merchant, but one of the only add-ons worth using is ass. That's great. Yeah, I mean, what do we expect from behavior? So that is to be expected, I think.
Oh no!
Not only is it not increasing the undetectable, but it's actually decreasing it. I don't know how.
Decreasing it is crazy though, dude. Like, how do you go? You know, this is exactly why I've constantly stated that anything that has to do with percentages in DBD is always going to be dog shit. It's why Pop is trash. It is why this add-on is trash. It is why anything that has to do with monitor and abuse is trash. Like, for like the furtive in the PTB, like that they were trying to say, like, oh, we're gonna make it a percentage of your terror radius. Trash. This is why. Because if you start adding in this stupid stuff like, oh, we're gonna take a percentage of that number and then we're gonna give that to add it on top, and it's like, no, just give it a base value. Like, why are we going, oh, the duration is increased by 20? I'm like, just go, okay, if the duration is 10 seconds, give it 5. Boom, that's it. Now we're gonna have a percentage of the thing. Like, that's what's causing, most likely causing these stupid ass bugs, because like you're taking percentages and they're probably not being, it's probably numerically not working correctly, because of course it's not. And it's like, this is why even Pop is one of the worst slowdowns. It is why that monitor and abuse got nerfed. It is why the furtive was a nerf to that back in the PTB. This is why anything that says percentages of something is always going to be a nerf, because it's like, why, like the change looks good, right? Because it's like, oh, 20%, and it's like, no, it's 20% of like 5. So like 20% of the number 5. So like you're getting a decimal point of a difference. It's why even Chucky's add-ons are all usually very bad. Like, you're only, literally the only add-ons worth using are like jump rope, and that's about it. Because the other things are like, oh, 10% of this, and it's like, okay, 10% of like, of what, a 12-second cooldown is only like a second off. Like, you're not getting anything crazy out of that. It's always been terrible just seeing these like numerical changes like this. Like, they're just very bad. But those are my thoughts on the video. Check out JCGlitchmaster's channel, which I'll link this video in the description. Feel free to watch the rest of his videos. Consider watching my own as well, or supporting the channel by becoming a member, to have access to exclusive content, even have your name right off at the end of every video. I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. Well, I wanted to go ahead and take some time out to thank all my members from Patreon with Crow King 101, my YouTube members, Majora Jeff, Endire, Evil Peachy YT, Zero Mocker, Christian, Hexdev, and Crow Vader, and for my Twitch subscribers, Cake is the Road, Danica 2002, Final Girl _ Bunny, Acklefin, Chili Cinderace, Zero Mocker, Ginsburg, Johns 117 _ Lovely Ghost TTV, Jar TTV, Zazaboo, and Crow Vader. Just wanted to thank you guys. And if you also want to have your name read off at the end of every video, make sure you join on one of these platforms to get one of those perks, as well as the other perks you get. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much.